A lot of red pill influencers are telling men to put dating on hold and focus on success, perhaps for a decade or more. What do you think of the idea that men should focus on working on themselves and their career in their 20s in order to make dating easier in their 30s?
That sounds pretty good. Sounds very, very good, actually. I don't actually know what red pill is. Red pill is like, well, can you, I don't even know what it is. Can you tell me what it means? Red pill
Yeah,
thinking. It's like,
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of vague on it too, but I interviewed Rollo Tomasi in December 8 months ago now. So he's like one of the top figures or the top figure on it, and his description was it's like the Matrix. If you have seen the Matrix, there's a red pill, there's a blue pill. Blue pill represents ignorance, and the red pill is basically guidance on how to live a better life instead of the acceptance of how things are and not using that information for your benefit. That's my
mhm,
rewording of
mhm,
it,
mhm.
but that's the gist, I guess.
Yeah, interesting. So I think it's a great idea. I think it's a brilliant idea that, well, for every man, for every individual person, you need to look after yourself first. And looking after yourself is establishing yourself in terms of your education, your career, your health and well-being, and getting yourself a little place to live and thrive in this capitalist world that we live in. Um, Relationships and quote unquote pickup has to be secondary to that anyway. I think for all of us, men and women in this, gender equality generation that we live in, and future that we're gonna live in, you got to put yourself first and work really hard on yourself. But as you're, going through the age of 17 to 27, you're getting your education, you're developing, and you are maturing. You can still have a whole lot of fun connecting, experimenting, celebrating life with intimacy and romance, young romance. But up until probably the age of 27, around about 27, 28 is when I would say that you become really a young adult. And you can be forgiven for being innocent and childish and trial and error up until the point of about 26, 27. But when you get to 27, you should have your shit together or at least be on the right path by then. It's great to have a really excellent awareness of self-development, social dynamics, how to appreciate, respect, host, and be patient with other people around you, women that you're interested in, girls that you're interested in, or whatever your sexuality desires. So it's great to have a further education, but I think this other guy who you're referencing, he has it right. As an individual, you need to put yourself first so you can um, offer codependence to others rather than the alternative of what you're saying, which is study, pick up to make yourself a better person. So if you can get a girlfriend, then you think your life is going to be better. That's not the case at all. I have some guys who come in the program and they say, I don't have a job yet, but I think if I get a girlfriend, then I can get a job. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And in the evolutionary sense, in the evolutionary sense, um, and this is not my theory. This is evolutionary psychology and biology. Generally, the male species establishes resources is more is like has a big focus on establishing resources and protecting a family, whereas a female gender has the focus more on family, childbearing, and connection and bringing community together historically. So, if you honor the history, then it's definitely important for you to look after yourself. I have a very clear dedication where you're going. If you're a young guy and you're 25 and you meet a girl and she realizes that you're clueless, that you don't have a future or a goal or a plan, then she's just going to think you're hopeless or desperate. Girls love a man who's passionate. And to quote the great comedian Jim Jeffries, women, when women go to see strippers, they want the stripper to not be naked. They want the male stripper to not be naked. When men see a stripper, they want that lady to be naked, no job, innocent, vulnerable. When women see a male stripper, they want that guy to still have a fucking job. right? Police officer, airline pilot, hard hat worker, whatever it's going to be. But even if the man is stripping, he still needs to have a job in society. So if that answers the question, kind of on a sexual level,
That is
it is very
fascinating.
important for a guy to have a job. Yeah. But I'm just quoting comedian Jim Jeffries. He's very funny. And I forget which special it's in, but it's in there somewhere.
I was laughing at the part about finding a girlfriend and then I'll be able to get the job. Like that would work if she's in HR at like a very good company or if she's a recruiter
Mm.
herself. Otherwise, definitely not. But that threw me off. That was hilarious. Uh, goddamn.